I want to comment on a couple of things. Well, first, I bought an amp at Goodwill. It's for long as I don't keep the as long as I keep the volume way low, it sounds fine. But if you turn it up high, I get a popping sound, a distortion. So that's probably why it was there at Goodwill. But I got it. They had one half price sold in. I got it for like around $12.29 or something like that, which is not bad. I'm gonna hang on to it. I thought initially I thought it didn't work, but I kept playing with it. I got to work. I think there's probably dirt under the under some of the relays, down inside of there. But I want to comment on several things that, Andrea O'Connor, that she said. Well, first off, I was watching that video where there's a patient being helicopter rescued, and you did in the wind from the chopper blades. They're going that background. I remember two or three like it. And I remember another one was a lady was a seat, not an inner tube, but it kind of looks like an inner tube. Dropped by three or four different wires from the from the basket. Somebody sits in this thing, and they pick them up, and they don't haul them up in the chopper, which is generally what they do. They strap them onto a litter, and they strap them into a litter, lift it up, and then haul them into the chopper. But this one is a lady. She's only a few feet off the ground, and I guess is in water. I guess she was all wet. Everything is all wet. She kept slipping off, and she got back in. It's funny. I wouldn't want to be her, but she wasn't seriously hurt. But like I said, I don't think she was hurt, or they wouldn't have picked her up that way. They just a water rescue. But that's one thing. A lot of people in other parts of the world don't realize that. We'll get these flash floods, and we'll get these these river stream beds that 99% of the time they're dry. And people cross over them in little rural areas that don't have. Even you got major streets that'll cross into these unbridged river crossings. Some of the major rivers, like our Fraser, the Salt, will have these. When we have a massive water release from some dams or something, or just up in the mountains and it rushes these little streams. People don't realize that people take these not realizing that there's water in them. Few inches of water can get your car stuck in one of those things, and they do provide. Here in this arid zone, we do have these streams that people periodically get stranded in, and they just perform water rescues. The other thing I was going to cover, what you mentioned was it's spelled Shelley, but it's Canyon de Chelly. That's the only way I ever heard it pronounced is Canyon de Chelly. Like that guy that wanted to go to Galabin, thinking it was Galabin and not Helabin. That was funny. But let's see what else. You tell about the haunted Piestewa Peak. Well, in a video about 4 or 5 months ago, I was talking about. All the respect in the world to Lori Piestewa. What I was talking about is what our lesbian governor did in bulldogging. The name changed from Squaw Peak because she hated. Well, she said the name reminded her of vagina or breast or something, and she said, "What we can't have that. We can't have that mountain reminding her of breast or vagina or something." So she wants to call it Piestewa and not Squaw Peak. I never saw Squaw as a derogatory. And people use it that way, but I never. It's like to me, it's like mujer or frau. It's just part of or woman, or I never saw it as a derogatory term, and I would never use it in that way. But it's become, some people see it that way, and Anyway, I meant no disrespect in my other video. I meant no disrespect to Lori Piestewa. Didn't know her, but I would salute her if I met her. If she's alive, or have a beer with her, whatever. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with that, but I meant no disrespect to her in my comment a couple of months ago. Let's see what else I'm going to cover. About these haunted places. Yeah, there's places. Well, I've got a ghost here. This ghost just hides stuff. I've never seen this ghost, but this ghost hides stuff. I've had my cell phone moved once or twice. I've had other stuff moved. I'm not a very organized person, but I've had stuff put in places that I wouldn't have put it, and I know the ghost is doing it just to say, "Hey, I'm here. I'm here." I've had my voltmeter. I've had 3 or 4 different electronic voltmeters messed with, where they'd work before, they'd work after, but when I went to doing a particular job, they just wouldn't work. I'm sure a ghost was messing with them. Probably just a ghost electric field messing with my voltmeter. Oh, I had one evaporative cooler that the controls kept goofing up on it. I put a brand new relay on there, and it kept goofing. It worked. it worked after, after I tried it somewhere else and it worked, but just would not work on this cooler. That's kind of weird. Anyway, love your videos, Chick. Okay, bye. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm a few years older than you, and I got to that point where um, I'm not real picky on what people think about me either. And once you get a few gray hairs, you don't worry so much about what people say about you. You can kind of put on YouTube. I'm guessing I'm tail end of the bit. I was born in '57. I'm thinking that's '57 is kind of the tail end of the baby boomers. Then it went into what's the next generation? I can't keep track of these generations. Pepsi generation and X generation and Taylor Swift generation. I don't know. I can't keep track of all of them, but I'm a last of the baby boomers, I guess. Okay, bye bye.